Hi everyone, I'm Caitlin. I am currently working as a respite worker, which is just childcare for children with special needs. I just am there to help them if they need extra support at home or if they need, to go and rest in the other room, which is actually one of my clients right now. Eventually, I do want to become a preschool teacher, and I have subbed in several preschool classes. I'm an early childhood special education credential, so my focus would probably be in a early childhood special education classroom, like autism or mixed disabilities. But if that doesn't work out, I've also looked into early intervention services and being a specialist for infants and toddlers with disabilities. So the point I chose to discuss today is item J, which is children may understand concepts before they are able to talk about them. And this is a statement I strongly agree with. So first, infants have this incredible ability to detect and understand sounds, especially in the first year of life. By 6 months old, they are able to detect very specific sounds made by their parents and toys and even the music they listen to, which is discussed in Machado's text on page 8. Work by Patricia Kuhl, which is discussed in the California Infant Toddler Learning and Development Foundations, show that infants have such an acute sense of hearing that they are actually able to differentiate between sounds used in all languages up to a year old, really. And all this goes to show how infants have the intellectual capacity to distinguish between things, which is, like, for example, an adult voice that is very happy or very sad. And analyze the environment that they're in and kind of base their assumptions on that. So this can lead to a lot of conceptual understanding in other areas, such as what actions may lead to caregiver attention, the cause and effect processes of their favorite toys, or detecting what objects or images will elicit certain sounds. So next, the process of acquiring language requires infants to have some basic understanding of survival concepts, so they learn to express what they need. For example, when developing expressive and receptive language skills, infants learn that certain actions or sounds will prompt events or reactions from the adults around them. The Learning and Development Foundations outline this on pages 47 to 50, and they note that by 8 months old, a child will learn that vocalizing repetitive sounds, babbling, communicating discomfort or anger by screaming or crying, and making certain gestures or other physical responses will elicit positive or comforting reactions from their caregiver. If an infant didn't know these basic concepts, they wouldn't be able to express what they need, and they wouldn't survive. And, in the first year of life, infants learn quickly that communicating is worthwhile because it results in actions on the part of another, which Machado directly says on page 19 of the text. Caregivers, they're not mind readers. They should take great care in understanding what their child needs, especially when they're younger. But in the first few months, infants very quickly pick up how to express what they need and how to get what they want, even if it's just, a smile from their caregiver. So my last point I'm going to discuss is that social and emotional experiences that infants make or observe help develop their conceptual understanding. The developmental milestone regarding an infant's attachment to a caregiver is really a good example of this. So when a newborn becomes attached to a caregiver, they are developing a really vital social skill, which is matching the emotional reactions of others with an emotional reaction of your own. This joint emotional journey, which Machado describes on pages 10 to 11, is formed through mutual gratification and reciprocal communication, which is influenced by an infant's growing cognitive ability. It helps the infant really realize who in this world will love and listen and care for them, which is a vital communication skill once they are able to verbally speak, which is something that they'll develop at that point. And this joint attachment is really important to that development. And then observations of socialization also help infants build on their mental impressions of the world. Chomsky and Vygotsky discuss that socialization and listening to others socialize around them help preverbal infants learn more about their world and how to merge the language that they hear with concepts they understand. So really, an infant is very attuned and very understanding of things around them, and especially in their first year of life. And just because their vocal cords aren't expressing that doesn't mean that they don't understand that just yet. Thanks.